Hello Aries, and welcome to your reading today. I hope you're all doing really well as always. I'd like to say hello. If you're here for the first time, you're very welcome. And I'd also like to say thank you to all of you who have subscribed to the channel, because it just really helps as I'm trying to rebuild the channel. So thank you for that. And all of you who've added likes to my videos. I really appreciate you, so thank you so much. I'm starting here already because Spirit are presenting the cards already. Oh, this is looking very interesting, Aries. And, oh my goodness, very interesting. On the bottom of the deck, we have Happy Family. We'll come to that in just a second. We have some very interesting messages coming through here. What we're going to look at is the energy around you, any advice from Spirit moving forward, anything you need to know. And it looks like you really need to know this, Aries, because there's a lot of envy around you at the moment. At the moment, I'm not feeling that this is your energy though. She's really interesting because usually the card we start with, it feels like, you know, it centers the energy, but this doesn't. There's just a whole web of envy going on, and it has something to do with a male. Now, it could be this male who's envious. I need to pick up this male energy. Usually when I do readings, I talk about it not being gender specific. It's energy after all. So, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. But in this particular deck, and this is, I've never had these come out together, so this is very interesting. But in this particular deck, we also have a woman holding a heart and a woman holding a coin. So this is very much a male energy. Now, it feels to me that this male has some issues around jealousy. Now, I don't know who this is to you, and obviously it won't apply to all of you, Aries, and this isn't meant to be a love reading, but there's very much a feeling, and it's a very strong energy coming from this male. This male feels that they have put a lot into a relationship. That is their feeling. And it's almost like, you know, when you get some relationships where you get one partner who feels because they made an effort that you sort of owe them the world. It feels like that. And in this instance, it is a man who is feeling like that. He has a lot of love for you. It's his type of love, I have to say, because if jealousy is very strong emotion there, then, you know, you could question whether the love is appropriate. But, you know, it's not for me to say. If this reading resonates with you, then it's something that you will already know. But this man has strong feelings for you, without a doubt. And they feel that they've put a lot into this relationship, both materially and, you know, with attention and love. That is their perception. Very interesting. It may be, if you're not living with this person, but I feel some of you are, but if you're not living with this person, they feel like they always pay for everything when they go out, when you go out. They maybe have bought you presents in the past, and they somehow feel that that allows them to dictate what it is that, you know, how you should behave towards them, basically. Because I think at the moment, they're feeling that it isn't a balanced relationship. From their perception, I have to say, from their perception. Now, it does feel like a love interest, I have to say. It doesn't have to be. It could be like a family member that's helped you out a lot, you know. And maybe if you're finding your independence, they feel then a little bit redundant, but it doesn't. It does feel like a love interest, I've got to say, and that's so odd because this isn't meant to be a love reading, but it's obviously a strong energy and a strong message that Spirit wants some of you to know, Aries. This person is very suspicious. They feel there's some deceit going on. They may be accusing you of seeing someone else. There's a lot of mistrust going on. And this person feels, the energy that's coming through, this person feels quite a dominant personality. So be careful, Aries. And I don't mean that in a threatening way. I just mean that, you know, they maybe are trying to control things a little bit. And, you know, your life is not there for them to control. Let's put it that way. That's why I said just be careful, because it's very easy, isn't it, to walk into relationships that aren't as supportive as we thought they were going to be. And sometimes you don't see the control coming, is what I'm going to say. But this person is suspicious. They maybe feel that because they're not getting enough attention, which is what this is all about, because they're not getting enough attention, that they are suspicious that maybe you're giving your attention elsewhere. Please let me know if this resonates with you. Obviously, I don't need to know the details because it's your business, but please let me know if this resonates, because this is a very, very specific message for an Aries somewhere. This person is feeling quite jealous and they're very suspicious about what's going on. On the bottom of the deck, interestingly, we had the Happy Family card. And I want to come back to that. It feels like this happy family, it's such a strong energy coming from this man that it's overpowering your energy at the moment. And I feel that what you wanted, and ironically what they wanted, was just a happy family situation, Aries. But it feels distant. Even though this family looks really happy, this energy feels distant at the moment, because it feels like neither of you are feeling it at the moment. Doesn't mean it's not there to be had. But let's find out more about this person. Which cards are we using? We're using these. Okay. Let's find out about this envy, please. Tell us about this envy, Spirit. Knight of Wands, yeah. Again, there's this feeling that, you know, there's this feeling that, and it's so odd because I'm picking up this man's energy as the dominant energy here, but they're jealous because they feel that you aren't giving them your full attention. You know, they're not accepting that you have a life of your own that you can lead and that they are just part of your life, Aries. So, you know, they're really wanting and feeling they need more of your attention. The Knight of Wands is, out of all the knights, it's a knight who likes to go out and about. In a relationship, they blow hot and cold. So this person does not like you going out and about, and that doesn't mean you shouldn't, obviously, because that would be about them controlling your life, Aries. But there's something here about them feeling that you're not committed to them enough. Yeah. They're all in. I mean, they feel that they are treating you as an empress, that they couldn't treat you any better, that they're putting a lot of effort in because they see you as an empress, but they want your full attention. What should Aries do, please? You may have been with this person for a long time. You may have recognized some of the behavior traits that we're now seeing, and you may have just stayed there for a long time because maybe there was something to gain here. I don't mean that in a negative way towards you, Aries, but maybe it was comfortable, you know? And maybe they did treat you nicely. Maybe they still do on some levels. But whoever this person is, they're anxious, you know? I think they feel they're losing you. And you are an empress to them. But it almost feels like you're just biding your time in some ways, Aries. It almost feels like you're feeling that this relationship isn't as fulfilling as you want it to be. And it may be because this man, you know, love bombs you, or he tries to take control of you, you know. And Aries, as a sign, you're extremely independent. So it may not be something that sits comfortably with you. And I do feel you're aware of it, because I feel like you've been just sort of waiting it out, really, because it was comfortable, as I said, even though there's bits of it that maybe feel uncomfortable. Yeah, it's getting you down, Aries. You know, you really need to look at this relationship, because it's bringing you a lot of sadness, a lot of sorrow. So it may be that you've had, you know, a lot of arguments around this particular issue. Maybe you've been fighting for your independence and it's causing arguments, but you know, it is your life. I have to stipulate, it is your life. How interesting that at this point they give us a wish fulfillment. You know, all you want from this situation, Aries, is to be happy. You know, all you want for your life is for your wishes to be fulfilled, for you to feel happy, you know, not having to think about what you say, where you go, what you do. It's really this is a very specific reading for a particular or some particular Aries, because you're wanting your wishes to be fulfilled. Maybe this is why you're trying to distance yourself a little bit from this relationship, because it just feels like it's pulling you down rather than fulfilling your wishes. And maybe this man is feeling that you are distancing yourself, and that is why they're feeling that maybe your attentions are going elsewhere. It's not for me to say whether, you know, they are or not. It's certainly not coming through in this reading. I just feel that maybe you're withdrawing a little bit, Aries. Tell us more, please. Tell us more about this Nine of Cups. Yeah, you do want, again, I mean, I'm not surprised to see the Four of Wands with the Happy Family card, because, you know, they're identical in a way. This is about you wanting your future to be happy, to have a secure foundation, to have a stable family life, to be able to move forward and feel that you've got someone walking side by side with you. And that may be how this person appeared when you first met them. But I do pick up some conflict at the moment, because I do feel that, you know, they are feeling very insecure because they feel like you're distancing yourself. But Aries, you're needing to do that to reclaim your own life, you know, because you cannot go through relationships living in a way that just suits the other person, because then you're denying your own soul, your own spirit, you know, the reason why you're on earth, to actually find, you know, all that makes you happy and to have your wish fulfillment. Tell us more about that wish fulfillment, Spirit, please. Yeah, you want to be recognised. Now, this is so interesting, because Six of Wands is about you achieving. You will achieve your wish fulfillment. But there's also something here about, you know, it's important for you to have a relationship where you are seen very positively. And you know, in some ways, this person, this man, thinks that they do see you positively because they see you in Empress energy. But it's through a filter almost. You want to be seen for your authentic self. But this shows achievement. This shows people celebrating your achievements. You will get your wish fulfillment. You will get that stability and that happy family, Aries. You will get that. And it's obviously up to you, because we all have free will. It's up to you whether or not you manage to work through things with this person, or whether you choose to withdraw from this person and find it with someone else. That is purely your choice. All we're doing here is highlighting the issues that are coming up for you, for a small group of you, through this reading. So it is about you either working through it with this person, but not denying your own needs, or you moving on and being with someone else. There is definitely, because we see on the bottom of the deck, the 10 of Cups is the most beautiful family happiness card. So it's there for you, Aries. You know, you will reach that feeling of settled family, happy life, while you also maintain who you authentically are. You will reach that. It's up to you who you do that with. I'm going to draw it together with some Moonology. This was a very specific reading, Aries. If it's not resonating with you, you've probably left by now. But if you have stuck with it, then do please remember to click the bell button underneath subscribe, so that you can see the next reading for Aries, because it may be for a different group of Aries. We have prosperity lies ahead. So yes, we're feeling it, because we're feeling prosperity means different things to different people. Most people automatically think about finance, but prosperity can also be about, you know, emotional abundance, feeling emotional fulfillment, and feeling abundant in that way. So, you know, you have a lot of that coming in for you, Aries. If any of you would like a personal reading, I don't know if I've already said this to you, then do check out, by the way, my under the video in the description box, there's the links to take you through to my readings that are available. Luck is on your side. So I do see things working out for you, Aries, and being much more positive. As I say, the decision making regarding any relationships in your life are yours. So your dreams need a practical plan. So however this is going to move forward, either with or without this person, it's important for you to plan ahead. And look at the bottom of this deck. We have show the world the real you. This is what I was talking about with the 6 of Wands, the authenticity, about you not giving up your personality or who you are or your hopes and dreams because of another person. But you can work alongside another person if they are also, you know, on the same path. Very interesting reading today, Aries, because it was very specific. Do let me know if that resonated with you. I hope you, you know, got something out of it. If you did, please do drop a like and subscribe. I think I've asked you 3 times now because I'm beginning to be very tired. I'm going to leave it there, Aries. Take care, and I will speak to you all really soon. Bye for now.